Why do your emotions control your day, even when nothing big actually happens? Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius believed emotional control wasn't suppression, but understanding what you can't control and releasing emotional resistance to it. Emotion regulation begins when you stop reacting automatically and start creating a pause between feeling and action.
Athletes like Novak Djokovic train their minds to stay calm under pressure, proving emotional regulation directly improves performance, focus, and long-term success.
Most people don't suffer from strong emotions. They suffer from not knowing how to process them properly. Abraham Lincoln often wrote letters expressing intense anger but never sent them, using writing as a tool to regulate emotion before action. Naming your emotion reduces its power. Saying, "I feel anxious," activates rational thinking instead of emotional overwhelm. Psychologists like Daniel Goleman showed emotional intelligence predicts life success more reliably than IQ alone. Emotion regulation is not about staying calm, it's about returning to calm faster after disruption. Samurai trained emotional control through breath and discipline, believing uncontrolled emotion was more dangerous than any enemy. Your nervous system doesn't understand logic. It responds to safety, breath, and rhythm. Actors like Keanu Reeves are known for emotional composure, showing how humility and calm regulation shape public perception. Suppressing emotions makes them return stronger. Processing them makes them pass. Buddhist monks trained awareness of emotions centuries ago, treating feelings as temporary visitors, not permanent identities. Emotion regulation is a skill, meaning it improves with practice, not personality. CEOs like Satya Nadella emphasize empathy and emotional awareness as leadership strengths, not weaknesses. You can't control emotions, but you can control attention, interpretation, and response. Leonardo da Vinci observed his emotions scientifically, believing awareness was the gateway to mastery. Strong emotions don't mean weakness. They signal unmet needs. Therapists today teach regulation before problem solving because clarity comes after calm, not before. Emotion regulation doesn't remove pain. It prevents pain from controlling your behavior. Viktor Frankl survived extreme suffering by choosing meaning over emotional collapse. Regulated emotions create better decisions, stronger relationships, and mental resilience. High performers train emotional recovery, not emotional avoidance. The goal isn't emotional numbness, it's emotional flexibility. Ancient Greek tragedians showed emotional chaos to teach emotional wisdom. Awareness turns emotion into information instead of reaction. Mindfulness practices today are backed by neuroscience, not spirituality alone. Your emotions are messengers, not enemies. Philosophers like Seneca warned that uncontrolled anger enslaves the mind. The faster you listen to emotions, the quieter they become. Modern therapy focuses on regulation because insight without control changes nothing. Regulation creates freedom, not restriction. Spartan training emphasized emotional discipline as survival skill. You don't control life, but you control your inner climate. Top creatives manage emotions to protect focus, not motivation. Regulation is choosing response over impulse. Confucius taught harmony begins with inner emotional order. Calm is a trained state, not a personality trait. Elite military training prioritizes emotional control under stress. Emotion regulation protects your future self. Ancient healers treated emotions as part of physical health. Every regulated emotion builds inner authority. Modern neuroscience confirms emotional regulation reshapes the brain. Mastery isn't emotional silence, it's emotional leadership. Great leaders were remembered for emotional restraint during crisis. Emotion regulation is the foundation of self-mastery. Mental health today is less about fixing emotions and more about guiding them. When emotions are regulated, life becomes intentional instead of reactive. Mastering emotion regulation doesn't change the world. It changes how the world can no longer control you.